What's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about one of the experiments I did in my NoFap journey, and that was pretty successful, although not perfect. The the experiment was to use NoFap Buddy. It was a very good experience because, all of a sudden, I had one guy to talk about my issues and that understood many of my problems, although he was not on the NoFap journey himself. He was very into helping me, and that felt very good. So, how was our setup? We used WhatsApp for communication, and the setup was very simple. Every time I had an issue, I could send them a message. All right. But I had freedom to do more. I could actually call him if I was in need. But I think I did that probably only once, and in general, I mostly send him messages. So he saved me many times. He saved me many times. There were times where I was in troubles, and I sent him a message, and because that guy is always wake up, he was able to reply and save me. Usually, his approach was to start talking, to be to just start talking about something, how I feel, etc., etc. And when I sent him a message, like I felt an urge, and when I was sending a message, I didn't just send like I'm having an urge and stop. No, I described what I was feeling to a great extent and detail, and that would allow him to see the mobile phone and reply as needed. These work quite well. These work quite well. I never failed in his face. Never happened. But I noticed that my brain started to trick me. Like, if for some reason it doesn't answer, I started to have in my mind a culprit for why the failure was justified. Like, the failure is justified because he didn't answer. So the system didn't fail. It just isn't here. And that was some of the things that didn't went so well because the person isn't 100% available. There will be a time where the person will not be available and you are on your own. And you better be prepared for that moment or you will fail. And it happened to me. I failed because the person was not available, and I found that as an excuse to miss. This was one of the main issues. And then, depending on the type of person you are, you can start to blame him or something. It was not my case, but I was a little bit angry when he was not available, and I didn't actually had a reason to be angry because the guy was doing his best to be present, and but it's impossible to be always present, especially when you have an urge at the middle of the night, which happened a number of times, and he couldn't save me all of them. It helped a lot to describe the issues in great detail. Sometimes the urge passed just by writing. Other times it passed when we started the conversation. The guy has a very good had a very good conversation, and he was able to make me talk and make me feel relieved from the urge. Most of the times, the urges didn't took that long time. It was some minutes, and having a conversation surely helps in making the urge go away. So if you have a friend that can go on this journey with you, go ahead. It's a good method. Just be aware that he will not always be available to help you, and there will be a time where you will be on your own. Find a buddy that is on the same time zone than you are, or you can also try to find someone that is on a time zone that I would say, like, in your danger hours, if you have if you know you are at danger at a certain time, if you have someone who is available at that time mostly, you can find someone like that, because at least for me, it is clear that my dangerous hours are at night. It's at night that I fap the most, at night and at middle of the night. So those are the hours I should to avoid or protect the most. I don't know how it is for you. And yeah, essentially that is it, guys. That is my experience about having a buddy. It didn't took too long. It was about a month, and after that month, I just started telling the guy that I was having urges, and just started frapping again, and because I knew that it was an effective method, but I just stopped using it because of bothering the other person, and having to wait to for him. All those things aggregated created a bad experience for me, and my subconscious maybe stop, and I wasn't strong enough to hold to my values and not fap. But it is what it is. I move forward, and just as a reminder, right now my strategy is to cope and resist and face problems and plan. And at night, what I do is to think and feel the present and forget the future and the past. This is it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Drop below in the comment section what is your experience with buddies and NoFap, and see you next time.